that apparently is streaming live into 1, 2, 3, 4 different channels: Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and a new RTMP channel on Instagram. Now I'm curious, obviously, to see its results. But long story short, excited to be here on a Monday morning, actually where I bring you on my episodes Monday through Friday. I'll bring you some evidences. And when I say you, it's really focused on corporate executives, on corporations that want to innovate. And the reason why we selected such a daily format, roughly 10 minutes every single day, Monday through Friday, is because the world is busy. Executives are busy with the core business, but the question is, are we allocating the right time, the right attention to the right things? Being busy doesn't necessarily mean that you can reposition yourself. Being busy means that you are occupied primarily, and this is statistics saying 90% with what was set, with what was default, which means the target audience, the products, the business model that we had already. But as a matter of fact, we live in an age where industries such as education, industries such as finance, industries such as healthcare, industries such as services, industries such as agriculture need to be repositioned because they have pressures. They have 2-3 kinds of pressures. They have a lateral pressure for new incumbents coming on the market with new technology, new business models, servicing new target audiences, and they have pressure because of the new startups. Now, I kick off every single morning from 8 to 10 or roughly a couple of minutes where I hang out with you and I bring you some daily evidences. What I call, I create some sensibility in order for us to read through the line on what's going on. By the way, feel free here to chat with me. This tool allows also to chat and might be able here to respond in real time. I would like to kick off things with a latest update here from PitchBook. IPO frenzy just getting started. It's go time for the IPO market, a signal of the new reality shaking up transitions from private to public. This week is set to see a pair of closely watched venture-backed companies make their debuts on New York Stock Exchange. Now, hold on. This is very exciting. Data mining specialist Palantir Technology, based in Palo Alto. They're basically here set for NYSE, for New York Stock Exchange, and also Asana Management Platform, both testing out the still novel direct listing process. It's tempting to zero in on these two deals as big test of the viability of B2B software companies doing a direct listing or even a bellwether gauges of broader health of the IPO market. So it seemed that here new players are coming on the market. We hear the filing of Asana and Palantir coming on the market. What kind of news? Positive news, right? We see players on the market coming that are going to use some public capital for an extensive growth, and this will basically also cause that a wave of reinvestments or further investments are going to happen because a lot of people are going to cash out on those deals. And then basically the activity, or what's usually here in Silicon Valley, the reinvestment activity are going to happen. Let's switch here gears and let's still talk about TikTok. Last week, we spoke a lot about TikTok back and forth of the deal between ByteDance, which is the mother company of TikTok, and Oracle and Walmart. Today, we read the U.S. TikTok ban blocked by a federal court judge Sunday. Temporarily halted a U.S. attempt to ban TikTok just hours before it was set to go into effect, according to reports. The decision now gives ByteDance, the video app's parent company, more time to finalize a pending stake sales in TikTok's US business to Oracle and Walmart. So the US Commerce Department has plans for a full ban of TikTok on November 12th. So we have roughly 6 weeks to go if the deal isn't completed. The major topic here is data. And I'd be curious here for those who are either online or are watching this on demand, what are your thoughts? How much can the government really chip in into, well, private companies that deal obviously with data? Everybody deals with data across multiple countries. Obviously, data are something that are proprietary, intellectual proprietary. So what are your thoughts there? How much can each country, as a matter of fact, really regulate this? It started out here in the US. What if other countries are going to behave similarly? What are your thoughts on this? I would like to get the opinion of peers, Silicon Valley peers or tech peers around the globe, VCs, how they are seeing this movement around TikTok. Now, let's go over to electric vehicles, and to be more specific, last Tuesday, Tesla hosted a battery day during which 3 announcements stood out. A plan to reduce battery costs by 56%. This is gigantic news. This is a news that every single OEM player, every single tier 1, every single tier 2, the entire mobility industry, I think even cross-mobility industry, regardless if we talk about vehicles or whatever other form of transportation, a reduction of 56% of battery costs. This is an announcement that Tesla made last Tuesday. 56% dollars per kilowatt. This is a gigantic basis change, an order of magnitude, which would definitely be a fundamental game-changing for the entire industry. A plan to scale battery manufacturing to 3 terawatts per hour by 2030, and a plan to deliver a $25,000 car in 3 years. So on one hand, we see an order of magnitude of 50% cost reduction, dollar per kilowatt on the battery side. Very important and fundamental here announcement. Question is, how fast are they really with fulfilling what they're announcing here? On the other hand, stocking up on the production on battery manufacturing, and with that also the last announcement that they did, designing and crafting and delivering a 25K car, so really reaching a mass population with a vehicle that everybody would be able to afford. Tesla grouped innovation enabling the battery cost declines into 5 buckets. First, cell design. So the design of the cell allows the reduction of the cost. The factory design, anode materials, cathode materials, cell vehicle integrations. Very interesting. Again, the OEM market, traditional players, very much confronted with a back-to-back innovation from different angles this time. Again, Tesla announcing. So we see going publics and filings from major players. We see in the mobility industry, in an industry that has 100, 120 years, 130 years now here at the edge to being continuing disruption, not being again, but continuing the disruption. And it means there is no stop to the pace, to the speed of bringing innovation to market. Very important. Let me here browse through some other news that I'm eager to read. Still here in the same industry. as vehicles and electric vehicles. I would like to make here some deals, some changes, and some M&As. Aurora Labs raised $23 million in their Series B. Aurora Labs, a company that is backed, is part of the trucks portfolio company focused on, yeah, you see that on their websites. Aurora Labs attracts auto manufacturer, electronics multinational, and venture capitalists, so strategics and VC, to raise the 23 million Series C. This is the Aurora Labs based in Tel Aviv, founded 2016. So a Series B, and providing more technology in the space of AI and self-driving cars. Very interesting, very intriguing. So guys, stay tuned with that. I would like to wrap up things like every single day. We'll bring you some evidences. So let's recap what we saw here. We see on one hand an order of magnitude acceleration in the battery for electric vehicles. We know that electric vehicles are the key to electric vehicles are the supply chain, manufacturing, and the core of all this, the battery. Tesla with another major announcement we will see here within the industry over the next months. And that's what I say, the evidences, these impulses that I want to bring you are impulses that we need to listen on a daily basis. We need to be able to read between the lines. We need to be capable of understanding what's happening today. The future is not going to be, the future is today. The only big challenge that we have, corporations have, executives have, with mindset and behavior is they're focused on the projects that are existing, and projects that are existing, and the majority of them are 80, 70, 80, 90% always from the past forward and not future back. So you need to reorganize, restructure, rebuild, create a new org chart with people and colleagues that are just dedicated to a transformative approach, that are capable of listening on a daily basis to what's going on each market. And now don't come and say, well, Tommaso, you know, you read about, it was about IPOs in the data industry, IPOs in the project management industry, and IPO and also improvements in the mobility industry. Well, guess what? The industries we know them today are going to vanish. We are no longer going to have just silo ecosystem. The finance industry won't just work on its own. Agriculture industry won't just work on its own. Educational ecosystem won't just work on its own, but the future shows clear evidences that the common denominator in the future are going to be data. And the reason why is because there are new habits, new target audience that don't care less about products, but being served by experiences. And in order to provide experiences, we need a collaboration cross-industry, and the common denominator is the data set. So all the industry are going to merge into one major industry, which is the data industry, and they only are going to focus on their verticals. That's how it's going to happen. So what are we doing around data? What are we doing to cross-collaborate with other industries? What are we doing in terms of restructuring the org chart? What are we doing in order to hire more engineers, more data science, more API developers in order to make the leap? Statistics show that 75% within the next 6-7 years, they are the S&P 500 industries are not going to be the same no longer. And if we are not committed to do something, actionable something today, we're going to vanish. Well, this is it today again here on September 28th directly from Silicon Valley with this format which I call Future Back, where I bring you daily evidences, impulses, clear signals that the future is not going to be, but the future is already today. How executives, how corporations, how business units need to restructure their perspectives on new products, new business model, new target audiences, new experiences to serve, the importance of data. If you are curious, you can follow me obviously on Instagram, Tommaso De Bartolo. We'll have also there the daily episode 10 minutes long, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, bye, arrivederci, tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, and see you soon. Bye bye.